Ozzie Guillen. I think he
Rookie
got
of
it.
the year,
Yeah,
three-time All-Star as a White Sox, manager of the year, Gold Glove as a White Sox. Is he the greatest shortstop in White Sox history?
I mean, if he's not, he's up there. Who are the other shortstops that you name? Can't name Tim Anderson
Why can't I name Tim Anderson?
because he ain't get out the way of that punch when he should have.
Man, talk about a punch that ruined your career.
Hey, look,
Jesus.
hey man, I love TA, man. Big ups to TA, man.
Is he still in the league?
I'm always have respect for him. He is not currently in the league as far as I know.
Yeah, we yelling at the screen every Sunday night. Talk slick, throw the remote, we just want it right. Front office tripping, man, they can't get it right. Whole city heated, but we still gon' fight. We talking Bulls trade, biz drafts, missed calls, club slump, Sox rebuild. We seen it all. Yeah, we loud, yeah, we gritty. I'm a little frustrated, but I still love my city. Yeah, north side, south side, west, we united.
Welcome back to another episode of White Sox and BS. I'm Harold, your favorite host, or Harry, whatever you want to call me. And this is everyone's favorite co-host, JJ3. JJ3, how have you been?
Man, I've been hanging in there. Been
Okay.
following the squad, seeing what's been going on, all the good, the bad, the ups and the downs. You feel me? While you've been you've been gallivanting around the country, handling your business. We came here to talk White Sox and some bullshit, so we got to hurry up and get down
Facts.
to business.
Facts. I want to start with the previous game that happened yesterday. White Sox versus Tampa Bay. We lost 8-5. Now, why is that game significant? Because it was our start of our prospect that we called up, our potential future ace, Noah Schultz, or one of them. We got a couple down there, but the biggest one is it Noah and Nolan? I'm pretty sure it's Noah Schultz.
Noah,
he had his first
correct.
start. He's a tall lefty. I think he's like 6'10". He might be 6'11". Like,
Yeah,
he
he's
should be in the
6'10".
NBA. When I saw him, I was like, "Hey, bro, did you accidentally join
He's
the
one of
Sox?"
them Randy Johnson type dudes.
Yeah, the Bulls
lanky, all
use you.
elbows.
Yeah, like, hey, bro, you playing the wrong sport. The Bulls could use you. He had a pretty solid first start yesterday. He pitched 4 innings. He only allowed 3 hits.
Yeah.
I thought it was his first or second. So it's his third. Is his third start? I thought it was his first start.
This was his first start. He pitched 4 1/3 innings.
4 1/3 innings.
Yeah.
He allowed 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 balls batted, 4 strikeouts, but he did pitch 82 pitches in those 4 innings. That's not very efficient.
Not efficient at all.
Good amount of rows is about 10 to 15 per inning. If you want to be efficient, that means a lot of strikeouts, foul balls. But it damn near felt like he was getting a full count every time.
That first inning killed him. Like,
Man.
you could tell he was nervous, right? He had a lot of friends and family, old high school was in the building watching the game.
Because he's local, right?
He's from Oswego. So
yeah,
if you want to call Oswego local, it is what it is. But
I'm not local.
you could tell he was nervous, right? You could tell he was making his first start in the big leagues at home in Chicago. The nerves got to him. A lot of those pitches early were outside the zone, up, low, inside to a lot of hitters.
A lot of 3-2 counts. A lot of
3-2 counts. He had walks early. You can just tell if he can refine some of that, get some of those nerves out of his system, that he's got some good stuff there. And as the game went along, you could tell he got a little bit better, got a little more confidence. Once he got that first sort of strikeout under his belt, you saw him relax a little bit, saw the tension in those shoulders release a little bit, pause just in case. And, he started to pitch better and perform better. So that's what you want to see out of a guy.
What would you say his best pitch was? Was it his I saw a slider, I saw a fastball, but I didn't see much else. I didn't see a bunch of mix-up. I think he fixes that, he'll get more efficient. I think the pitches are too predictable. If he's got 3 balls, the next one's going to be a strike. No, throw him off. Make the next one a ball too, just closer to the box. But it felt like they were a little bit predictable, what he was giving up in tight spots.
Disagree with that. I think part of that predictability comes with, again, you got a guy making his first start. And as the catcher and as the manager, you're kind of literally trying to manage his emotions in his first start. I mean, Edgar Carroll challenged the ball that was clearly inside and not a strike. But he challenged it just because Noah needed a break. He needed something to kind of go his way. He needed a bit of time to think and kind of collect himself and settle himself down. So even though you challenged the pitch early in the first inning that you knew wasn't going to go your way, he did it anyway just to try to give his young pitcher a breather and a chance to catch his breath and relax because he was nervous. So, it is what it is. I mean, ultimately, that predictability, that'll go away and they'll start mixing things up better as things go along. So, it is what it is. Ultimately, the White Sox did lose the game 8-5, like you said. First start, first loss. Look, you're a professional pitcher in the majors. You're going to have plenty of losses on your schedule.
Facts.
Hopefully you have more W's and L's. It is what it is.
Not everyone can come in. What's that Washington pitcher that just retired? Oh, not everyone can come in like Strasburg. He had a hot start. That boy was money from go and won a championship the year after they traded Harper.
Then been stealing money ever since. But, it is what it is. But it's been a minute since we talked, right? So it's been a minute since we had a chance to discuss the White Sox. We talked about last night's game, but prior to that, the 10 games before that, the White Sox split 500 record. I predicted on our previous show that they would have between the Blue Jays at home and the Orioles at home. I predicted they go 3-3. Now, they swept the Blue Jays and then they got swept by the Orioles. So that wasn't exactly my prediction, but they still ended up 3-3. So overall, I was right. And
you were on point with that. I had them 2 wins, winning 1 game versus Blue Jays,
right,
winning 1 game versus Orioles. Little did I know they were in sweep mode, and then they disappointed us and got swept the very next series. That was random.
Yeah, it is what it is. But then they went down to play the Royals. Look, the White Sox hadn't won a game in Kansas City in the last 13 tries. 13, 14
Isn't that
tries,
long?
something like
13
that.
tries? Oh, my goodness.
The White Sox hadn't won a game in Kansas City in quite some time, and they went down the very first game of the series and got a dub.
We did. And then lost the next two. That was a weird series. Every game ended 0-2. 0-2, 2-0, 2-0. No one could score more than 2 runs. It was it was weird.
It was very weird. And then the final game of that series, you win 6-5. The bats, I can't even argue that the bats necessarily came to life. The bats did enough. And you won because of you walked in the runs. Hey, kudos, you take the win however you can get the win. And they got the win.
What would you say was the common denominator in all the wins? Was it the pitching? Was it the hitting? Was it the defense the only thing stepping up? And that's all we can go off. What is the reason for the wins? Because I looked at the pitching. The pitching hasn't really gotten better. So I can't say it's the pitching. I look at the hitting. We're winning games 2-0. So it can't be the offense. Is it the defense has been stepping it up when it needs to, but we're just not getting enough runs for our defense? Because remember, we did lose 2 games 0-2 versus the Royals. Right. Has the defense finally started to step it up?
Ironically, this team has not yet found an identity yet. And prior to the season beginning, my prediction was that the White Sox would be a team that would win games because of their offense. Their bats have yet to show up so far this season. Like you said, you lose to Kansas City 2-0, 2-0. You win against Kansas City 2-0. You lose last night at home to Tampa Bay 8-5. It took a while for your bats to get going in that game.
So
the White Sox haven't found a consistent formula yet in any of their wins to really point to and say, this is how we're going to win ball games yet. It hasn't happened yet. So to answer your question as to how they're winning, there really isn't one set way in how they're winning. Some games they win because they got opener and Grant Taylor getting through the first portion of the game, so you don't have to see the order, the top of the lineup 3 times in a row in that game. They're sneaking by with that. Some games are sneaking by because they get just enough offense to win. Other games are sneaking by because the other team is making some mistakes, like in the case of the Kansas City series. So there hasn't really been a set formula for this White Sox team yet to come away with consistent W's. And for a young team, for a team that's not yet ready to take that step and who we expected coming into this season to, have a lot of those ups and downs, it kind of makes sense that this is where they're at right now.
Okay. Again, there's nothing I really disagree on. The White Sox haven't really impressed me. We're still like 5 games under 500, but a lot of these teams are playing. A lot of teams are having slow starts.
A lot of teams are having slow starts for sure.
So I can give the Sox some leeway and say, hey, maybe end of the season, all our bats will be hot. Because right now, in my opinion, we're 2, Montgomery, and what's our new Japanese superstar name? Murakami,
who hasn't hit a home run in a while, but he's been walking.
Yeah, but we're 2 Montgomery and Murakami dependent. If Montgomery isn't hitting a home run, the offense isn't there. Murakami isn't hitting a home run. the offense is there. We've got to get more small ball. Vargas has been okay.
which you hate, by the way.
Acuna, yeah, Acuna, he's decent. Hayes is out. Hayes is was coming in our big hitter. And he played outside of one game? Like all of a sudden he's injured. Like, dude, we just got you from Cincinnati, who retooled up and replaced him fine with Eugenio Suarez. I just feel like we should have got another big bat. Some people consider Benintendi a big bat. I don't, but
No,
has he even
absolutely
played?
no one considers Benintendi a big bat. Absolutely not. Anybody who
Please.
considers him a big bat must have hit their head.
Some do, sadly.
No,
I don't see it.
we'll get
I
tricked to the
consider
emergency
Montgomery
room if that's the case.
and Hayes, and then Murakami surprised me. We just need to, we need to figure out a way to just get better offense. If we got to designate the bottom of the order, the small ball lineup, and the top of the order, the big hitter lineup, but we also have to get healthy. That's another thing. We don't have a consistent leadoff.
Benintendi
We're
is
just too dependent
slugging.
on Colston and Murakami having good games to win, and we can't depend on that.
Benintendi is slugging less than 300. Anybody who considers him a big bat, visit your local trauma center immediately.
Facts.
But speaking of lineup changes, speaking of changes to the order, you mentioned leadoff hitter hasn't been consistent. That's true. I would certainly agree with that. But the White Sox did make some lineup moves and some changes. So last week, I saw that they traded Lenyn Sosa. My thought, once I saw that move, I said, that's curious. I wonder if they're ready to make a call up to the minors and bring somebody up. Lo and behold, today is the day that the White Sox announced Sam Antonacci is joining the big league club, and he is in the lineup right now as we
Left
speak.
field. Yep, he's playing
He's
left
in
field.
left field. His natural position, I believe, is infield. I think it's either shortstop or second base. But again,
It's shortstop.
right. So you've had a bit of a log jam in your infield. So that's part of the reason Lenyn Sosa had to go, because you believe that you've got Kosa Montgomery, who's also a shortstop. You've got Sam Antonacci, who's a shortstop. You got to find some place for these players to fit in and play. Somebody had to go. Sosa was the odd man out. You bring in Antonacci. You throw him into the outfield for now. You see if he can perform there. But with that being said,
Benintendi, I know he's Asian, but shouldn't he be a left fielder? Like, why are we even need to bring up
Benintendi, Benintendi is he's playing left field, I think.
So why is he DH? He's been like DH in like how many games now?
Well, I think I haven't checked to see how many times he's DHing, but he's in left field today, I want to say. Murakami is a DH.
Antonacci?
Isn't Antonacci in right field?
No, Antonacci's in left field. Benintendi, I think he's DH. I think Tristan Peters is playing right field. Let me go to the game. I haven't gone to the game yet to see who's playing what. But you might be right. I thought Benintendi was DHing today because Austin Hayes is our right fielder, but he's out, and I thought Tristan Peters is taking over at right field.
Your lineup tonight is Benintendi starting. He's leading off. They got Murakami listed as DH, Vargas at first, Montgomery at short, Antonacci looks like he's at second, Murray at third, Peters in right field, and then your catcher is McGuire.
They have Murray at DH tonight.
Yeah.
So then who's playing?
Then Acuna is in
Murray
center
at third base.
Yeah, right.
So they're switching up a lot if Murakami is DH and Murray's at third base.
Right. But to your point, Antonacci will be expected to play some outfield. That is going to happen. But like I said, natural position, shortstop and or second base. So I expect him to get some infield time whenever possible.
Yeah.
Looks like he got his first hit tonight as well. So kudos to him. That game right now.
Batting 1,000.
White Sox batting 1,000. You love to see that. White Sox and Rays right now, bottom of the second inning, score is 0-0. So the bats have yet to wake up in this game as well.
Is Burke our best pitcher right now? That's not saying much. But has he been our best pitcher?
I don't think there's really much to say as far as the pitchers are concerned. Picking out a best pitcher is, look, you kind of just close your eyes and just draw a name out of a hat at this point. I don't really think there's somebody you can really point to as saying the best pitcher on this team. Like I said, they've been using Taylor as an opener in numerous games. Letting him get through the first and or second if possible, depending on how that first inning goes. And then they've been playing the rest of the games by ear at that point. So it's tough to say who's been the best pitcher. Just kind of whoever's hot that day, you roll with them and see what you can get out of them. That's part of the reason they brought Schultz up. And part of the reason they sent Shane Smith down when they did, because he was struggling.
I was so shocked that they sent Shane Smith down. He's just first started season jitters. I didn't think he was just completely out of it, but it is what it is.
Shouldn't have started season jitters at this point. You need to be ready to rock and roll. I'll give them credit for sending them down when they did and calling up the kid. Let the 6'10" guy get some run and see what he does for you. I'm always in favor in these scenarios of playing the young guys, seeing what the young guys can do. Don't mess
I'm
around
okay
with
with
it.
that.
You know what I mean? You got time. See if they can play, see if they can perform, see if they're ready for this level or not. And if they stink, send them back down to the minors again. You got control over Shane Smith. You got control over Noah Schultz. If Schultz isn't delivering the way you want him to be delivering, you can always send him back down to the minors as well in a couple of weeks.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Continuing our next topic on something we missed earlier. On early April, the White Sox announced that they are retiring Ozzie Guillen's number in August. Number 13. He was a player and a manager. First I asked how many managers get their number retired, but because he was a player, I'll allow it. So how do you feel about that? Ozzie Guillen jersey retirement as a manager of all things.
Well deserved. I don't
Okay.
have anything, I don't have anything negative or bad to say about it. I mean, Ozzie, obviously, as you already pointed out, and as everybody knows who's a White Sox fan, he played for the
Facts.
organization. He managed the White Sox and led them to a World Series. Credit what credit is due. He's been a vital part of the organization. He's still around the team. Obviously, he's on the television broadcast covering games. Ozzie is a key figure in the White Sox and with the
He
White
is.
Sox. If you're a modern fan of the White Sox, there's not too many names that you think of off the top of your head before you get to naming Ozzie Guillen. So I think that's important. And I think
Rookie of the year,
yeah.
3-time All-Star as a White Sox, Manager of the Year, Gold Glove as a White Sox. Is he one of the greatest, or is he the greatest shortstop in White Sox history?
I mean, if he's not, he's up there. Who are the other shortstops that you name? Can't name Tim Anderson.
Why can't I name Tim Anderson?
Because he ain't get out the way of that punch when he should have.
Man, talk about a punch that ruined your career.
Hey, look,
Jesus.
hey, man, I love TA, man. Big ups to TA, man.
Is he still in the league?
I'm always have respect for him. He is not currently in the league as far as I know. If he is,
Okay.
wish him the best of luck.
Luke Appling and Luke Aparicio are in the Hall of Fame at shortstops for the White Sox. Then you got Chico Carousel. Ozzie Guillen is solid. Tim Anderson's up there whether people like it or not. And so is Alexi Ramirez. People don't like to say it out loud, but
nice.
He was.
Alexi Ramirez was nice.
And he has silver sluggers too. So even though he looked like 100 pounds soaking wet, he could hit a ball.
Good.
So yeah, Ozzie Guillen is definitely a top 5 shortstop of all time on the Sox. Is he number 1?
Respect for Ozzie Guillen, man. Straight up. Congratulations on the number retirement. It's well deserved. No matter what anybody has to say about it.
Facts.
Yeah.
No, good job. Congrats, Ozzie.
Sox still in action tonight. Do you think they win tonight?
Yes. Continue that 500 streak. They lost yesterday. They'll win today.
And what about tomorrow to close out that series?
Then we lose tomorrow.
Okay.
Then we lose.
Next 3 games against the Oakland A's. You got the White Sox winning that series against the Oakland A's.
I've got us getting swept because no, Oakland A's haven't found their offense yet. A's haven't found their offense yet. So we have a chance to sweep them because we also haven't found our offense yet. Until they find their offense, and somebody's got to find their offense soon. A lot of these heavy hitter teams from last season are not finding their offense this year, and I'm okay with it.
I mean, quiet as kept, the A's are 9-8, so they got a better record than us.
But they're also winning games 2-0, 3-1, 2-1. They can't find their offense yet. It'll come soon because they got Nick Kurtz, they got Langoliers, they got Rooker, they got nice little front starting 5 in the lineup of power hitters. So
you got the Sox going 1-2 against Tampa. You got them getting swept by the A's.
1-2 against the A's because their pitching isn't great. They're a better version of White Sox. Their pitching isn't great. They got better hitters, but they play defense.
I'm going to agree with you on the Rays. I do think they can win tonight, might lose tomorrow. Regardless, you'll be 1-2 versus the Rays. I think the White Sox are going to win that series versus the A's and be 2-1 versus the A's.
It's very possible.
So, yeah, man, that's the prediction.
Speaking of retirements, I also have to retire, y'all. So I will see y'all next time. Thanks for coming and watching White Sox and our BS with me, Harry, and your favorite co-host, JJ3. Peace out. See you guys.
Appreciate you tapping into this latest episode from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel. Don't matter if you was watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify or Apple. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with everybody on the block, and hit the notification bell so you never miss none of our daily drops. And to all the guys from the Shy, we say 3 things. Bear down, fly the W, and sell the team, Jerry.